Hi, welcome to the Davis Report, and here today we're going to discuss immigration, the economy, and foreign policy in 1904. Today with us we have our representative for Alton Parker and our representative for Theodore Roosevelt. Today I just have to thank you for being here today. But basically I'm just going to ask a few questions basically on your candidate's view. So what is your view on immigration into the U.S.?
Immigration today in 1904 plays an important role in our economic diversity and in our country's well-being. I believe our candidate believes that if immigrants come over here to our country, they're going to be given a better opportunity to succeed in our great country with our freedom and our liberty. And that's a great cause for us and something our party believes in.
Thank you. Can you share your view on immigration?
I mostly agree with that, but I think that if they come here, they should resort to our ways and how our lifestyle is here.
Thank you. What is your candidate's take on the economy right now, and what would you do to make it better?
Well, my candidate, as soon as he got into the office after our unfortunate President McKinley was assassinated, he believed from the start that monopolies were unconstitutional and should be demolished in our economic society. So, from the beginning, Theodore Roosevelt has been given the nickname Trustbuster. That's because he, since being in office for 3 years already, he's gotten rid of 45 monopolies in our country, including the railroads and oil producers. So with that, I believe our candidate believes that the way this is going, we need to diverse where our money is going instead of monopolies into more small businesses and giving more people opportunities to succeed.
I couldn't agree more. Share the wealth. Your view on economic policy,
Yeah,
please.
I agree. Monopolies are very dangerous right now, but our economy is doing well with the pro-business philosophy that Alton Parker has created, and to have a limited role that the government will have in citizens' lives.
I would just like to say Alton Parker has not created anything.
That's nice.
Theodore Roosevelt is the president right now, so I would just like to input that.
Alright, now we're going to take a break from all of the action and we're going to go live to two locals and see their views on who they favorite for this year's election. And first of all, we have a man that goes by the name of Big Tex.
Well, you know, I really like Teddy Roosevelt as my favorite because he is a man of action and he's truly for the people. I'm really pleased to see that he believes that corporate businesses, large trust owners, abuse the power that they have, and they need to be stopped. That's what Teddy says. Teddy redefines office with his do more, think less strategy, where he seeks to make progress in the nation without unnecessary obstacles that would otherwise disturb this country's progress. Plus, he's an outdoorsman. I mean, what else could you want for president? I mean, back to you, Jimbo.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Big Tex for you. And next we have a man who goes by the name of Alvin Yakatori.
What up, Southside's Alvin representing. That's not why I'm here, though. I fucking hate Teddy Roosevelt. A lot of people are overlooking the guy that they should be voting for, Alton B. Parker. He holds traditional values that the nation will just love. He doesn't want to change too much. Like he says, too much change is a bad thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. His previous occupation makes him well fit to run for president. He used to be a judge, which makes his mind right for critical decision making and makes him a first-rate candidate. Yeah, he might be a little aggressive in his campaigning, but you've got to play dirty to win, especially when you're going against the incumbent. Roosevelt, he might not be the right guy for the job. People need to realize that. And a tough-minded guy like Parker, you need him leading your country. That's why I, for one, Alvin Yakatori, am voting Alton B. Parker for president.
Thank you, Alvin. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for the locals, so let's get back to the action.
Thank you. And lastly, what is your take on foreign policy, and how do you think we should, or do you think that we should expand into other countries, Megan?
No, I don't think we should expand to other countries. We need to not take chances in other countries and become the enemy. And we need to focus on our domestic affairs before we go to the international affairs. And Roosevelt's big stick policy will just create more damage than it will good. And we need to build a stable empire here first.
Thank you. Nathan?
First of all, I would just like to say my candidate believes in home first. First of all, he's established, while taking over McKinley's place in presidency, he's established so many national parks, national lakes, rivers, and water canals that it's unlike any other president our country has seen before. I mean, yes, he has a policy which has been called the big stick policy, but he still believes in a growing nation at home. It's just that with the big stick policy, it makes sense. If we have the bigger stick, no one's going to be able to attack us or harm us while we're trying to better our own nation. So with that, I mean, Theodore Roosevelt is an outdoorsman, and he is an extreme environmentalist, and it's incredible. It's awesome. But not only that, he's also protecting our country by giving us that safety and security that we need to be able to expand as a nation and become a superpower.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think that, would you say that by expanding into other countries, that is actually helping our economic profit here as well? Because I believe that Theodore Roosevelt, his objective is to establish other economic empires within other countries as well as allies. Would you agree?
I would agree. So my candidate, Mr. Roosevelt, or Mr. President, as people like to call him, going into other countries not only helps us, but it helps them in the future. And that's what the big payout is. It's establishing good economic trading systems with these underdeveloped countries such as the Philippines, Cuba, and South American countries. Just trading with those countries will help us at home, and it'll help them. And it's a win-win situation for us.
Yeah, I think it's really essential into expanding our economy and our trading system with these other places, as well as, developing their country as well, like the less developed countries. I think it's really a good thing that Theodore Roosevelt is doing. Megan, so since you believe that foreign policy probably isn't the best idea right now because you feel like we should focus on more domestic stuff, what do you think should be, or what would your candidate be interested in solving within the United States as opposed to expanding into other countries?
Right, so first of all, we need to get our stable empire here, and so that we can further trade and not look like the enemy. We need to reduce excess spending on worthless things such as going overseas to help other people. The government and how they contract into our life and the citizens' lives and how they violate certain things, and get correct work days for people and help them create a better household environment for themselves.
Okay, so do you think that maybe focusing on promoting labor unions would be a good idea?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think
and for children too, how they shouldn't have crazy work days, and people should only have 8-hour work days instead of 12.
Okay. Well, thank you for both being here today. That is all for our discussion. Thank you for watching.